Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to the same house 5 decades. Last time we were in our 1960s and 70s era. We went full pelt with some garish patterns, warm tones, and mid-century furniture. Today we are fast forwarding to the year 2100. Now, I was going to go down the route of doing a 2200 build, but I've got plans with that. There's going to be another video after this one. So we're going to go to the year 2100 first and build something very modern and sleek and forward-thinking, concentrating on aspects like privacy and sort of eco-friendliness and just making use of the space that we've actually got as well. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So there is going to be a bonus video after this one here, and I'm going to try and mix the two together. What we're doing today is obviously, as I said, modern, sleek, lovely. The year 2200, I'm going to use the same house, but build it in an apocalyptic kind of way. So add-ons to it just to make it look run down and fortified against the outside zombies. That's the kind of way that I want to go with it. I just think that would be a good idea. So we're having a bonus video after this one, just letting you know. So what I've done already is I've pre-built both the houses, but I left the one that we're going to be furnishing today. And I'm going to show you how we got about the shape via a speed build format. So we're going to get the house all up and then we're going to go in and furnish it together today. But yeah, what a wonderful idea. Well done. Well done to you, Aiden. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get on over to the speed build portion and then we'll get into this house and furnish it. You can use my code BUMPKIN at checkout on the EA app or at sims.com. I receive a small commission from your purchase and you greatly support me and the channel. Thank you so much. And so here we are, my darlings, with the speed build portion. You can obviously see I've already pre-done one, much like the Blue Peter days. There is one I prepared earlier, but I just wanted these two townhouses side by side. They have got outside space. They've got a small little kind of terrace area that you can see here that I'm doing, just checking the height of the wall there. And also an enclosed courtyard area as well, with open space above it so the sun can kind of get down. I want to go down the route of having some kind of growing aspect, like they're growing their own food and stuff there. That's how I want to go about it for that. It has got 4 bedrooms. It's also got 3 bathrooms. This is all the floor plan that I'm doing upstairs now, just literally copying what we've got going on there. I'll go through the floor plan with you once we actually get into game so I can point you around it a bit better. And then downstairs is this full open plan moment that goes right to the back of the house, where the living room area is going to be. And then there's access out via kind of glass pivoting doors out onto the front area, out onto the courtyard area, sorry. And then I used a mixture of white cement, sort of like siding to reflect heat away from the actual build itself, and wood panels as well. That's where I went with it, my loves. Nice big windows everywhere as well. I'll talk you through the windows once I start putting them in just a second. But yeah, it came together nice. I was very happy with this. And that was what was in my head the most, though, was privacy and light. Light was a massive thing. I wanted to get as much natural light into this place as possible, but still keeping it private. So a lot of the windows are kind of high up with skylights and stuff, so it allows natural light to come in. But you can imagine a big row of these townhouses all alongside each other. So I think privacy would be one of the main factors from this, really, especially thinking in a future kind of sense. I'm putting all of these bloody dividers down, which we use as a fence in the front and also against the front window of one of the bedrooms that you can see in the white there. And I actually had to move the dividers in one. So I was doing all of that work, putting them in freehand, and I had to bloody move them. I thought a big window into the courtyard area, again, allowing as much natural light into that area as possible, it's just perfect. It really worked out lovely. I do end up changing a few of the floor tiles and stuff around in here as well, just so it fit in with the aesthetics of everything else. And I use these hedges against these dividers, again, to give privacy. And those dividers are still letting kind of light sort of flood through. But these are the windows that I put in mostly everywhere. Apart from the bathrooms, those small little like slit windows. That is a pivoting door from one of the bedrooms. And then what I do is up above, I put in these skylights. So they kind of like flood all of the light in and allow light to be yeah, transferred everywhere, yet still keeping it very private, which was a big factor for me in this house. It really was. And then this seamless window here, again, I raise it up a little bit more with a height, so you can't really come and see in here. The hedge is there as well, just for greenery purposes, but also, again, a little bit of privacy. And I wrap this window around the other edges as well, and I actually shortened down the size of them too, just because this is where the living room is going to be. We're going to do a bit of a conversation pit, I think. We're going to go down into the area a little bit more. I think that would be a really nice way to do it here. But yeah, very nice indeed. And then up above here, in my head, I was like, right, I want to make it look a little bit more interesting. So I put this at a different height at the top here. And then I was thinking about water filtration. You know, that old, it's just a thing, isn't it? You end up thinking about water filtration. And I was like, well, how can we do this? And what I did is put 2 panels down with some platforms. And I just make it look like the water can kind of like seep in there, get filtered through. Maybe it goes through a system in the house and then it feeds the house with as much water as possible. Obviously, this is climate depending. So I'm just going to say that this was maybe built for the UK. We get a lot of rain. They can store it and blah, 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 blah. So I went down that route with it. But yeah, very, very nice indeed. I don't know how long we got left here. We got 40 seconds left until we get into everything else. But yeah, I put grass up on it in the beginning, and then I go ahead and put up some sort of low level plants just to make it look like things are growing up there. It's getting filtered naturally. Then it goes through a filtration system inside. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, to be honest. But yeah, that was it. I just wanted you lovelies to be able to see how this kind of came about with a speed build little area, speed build portion, rather than me just coming straight in with a brand new house. It wouldn't have worked out. So anyway, enough waffling on. Let's get into game and let's start furnishing up this place after I talk a little bit more about it. And here she is, my loves. I really like the look of it from the outside. I really do. I think it's just got a nice, modern, sleek vibe to it. And it looks very smart, very sharp lines. I like all the height differences on everything as well. I just think it works for me. Very happy with it indeed. Really am. So, in case you didn't know, we're going to talk you through the floor plan anyway. You come in through this way. This is the main door. Again, it's one of those glass pivoting doors. It allows as much natural light in there as possible. Come straight in. There is going to be the downstairs bathroom is going to be around this part. You come through this way here, and this is where the dining room and kitchen is going to be. I'm going to do the kitchen around here, and then the dining room in this area here. I would also like a little area here for an office. Not so much as a private office, an office that's kind of maybe separated with dividers and in the same space as everything else. Everything is going to be it's going to be on the borderline of clinical today. So clinical minimalism isn't really for me. I don't really like it, but I just think that's where everything is going. And I can imagine the year 2100, that's probably where everything is going to be. We've seen all of these movements and stuff in interior design, and for some reason I just think that's where it's going to be. Maybe not, but I'm just saying. So that's what I want to do this house in today. I want it to look a little bit clinical. So it's not necessarily going to be a vibe for myself and maybe a few others out there, but I just want it to look a little bit more futuristic. And I think that's the way to go. This is going to be the living area, which I said I want to get down into like a conversation pit. I keep going to say conservation. It's not that, is it? So I just think that'd be a nice little area for around here, to be honest. This is an entrance or a pivoting door as well out onto this courtyard area. You've still got access from the front into the courtyard. And you've also got stairs that go upstairs onto the small little like balcony sort of terrace area here. Inside, you come up the stairs by the actual main entrance itself, come up through here, and then you've got one bedroom here with its own ensuite. This is going to be a main bathroom here with 2 more bedrooms this way, so smaller bedrooms. And then we've got a main bedroom at the back of the house here with a big window and also its own ensuite in this area here as well. And then this bedroom has also got access out onto the terrace here because this is another pivoting door. So I like that floor plan. I do. The house gives off so much natural light because of all the skylights and stuff that we've put in everywhere, like down in this corridor. In the bedrooms themselves, they've got the high up windows, as I was saying, again giving privacy but allowing in as much natural light as possible. Really, I personally wouldn't like this. I love a skylight, don't get me wrong, but I would love to have had a bigger window here so you can see the view outwards as well. But as I was saying, I'm thinking about privacy and stuff. That was my main factor with this. So as much as modern building is my favorite, I've gone about this a little bit differently and not trying to make it all about what I like. You know, I'm trying to think a little bit differently with this. So that is indeed where we are going today. We are going to start on the outside, I think. There's still a few things I think we could put around the areas here, mainly at the front of the house to make it look a little bit more, not lived in per se, but just to add in a few more details. And then we're going to be doing this outside kind of courtyard area, which is the main area for them to grow their own veg and stuff. So vertical planters all the way along there, I think. And then that will also bring in a bit of greenery to here, because as you can see, it's allowing all that natural light in, but it's still got a big wooden wall there. I want to be able to see some greenery from this point. I just think it would work out quite nicely. So enough waffling on, please. We're all caught up to date. I'm going to pull out all of the things that we're going to be using for the outside, including the little terrace area up here, and we'll pop it around together. And so here we are with the outside segment, my loves. First off, let's do this area here. I decided on doing a little bit more paneling, going from there just to there, just so it almost just acts as a little bit of privacy into this area here, which I'm very much for. And then I thought, why not add this? I haven't tried this yet. I wanted to add it here. Let me see if that's going to work. Oh, do you know what? It does. It does. It's not cutting through there too much, is it? No. But it's still in line with that there. Okay, I'm happy with that because beforehand I had it here and it still looks nice there. But I think having it in that area just brings a little bit more je ne sais quoi to the whole area. And I'm for that, to be honest. Yeah, I like that. Okay, in fact, I'm going to tuck you in even tighter, loves. Oh, filth. If I can get you into about there. Let's not make that poke through the bottom there. Let's have that poking through. There we are. Stunning. And I thought a little seating area here would be nice. So I'm going to get out a little coffee table and some wooden benches and just flop them in this area here. So at least they've got somewhere to come out and sit outside and still get a bit more light from here. You know, like it's still very much open there. Whereas in here, it's still open, but it's very high. I thought that was a good way to go about that, to be honest. So I'm going to do that there. Let's get you in the right position then, my love, shall we? Where are you? Where are you going to be? You're going to be there. I'm going to tuck it in even more. I'm going to pull you back to here, bring you in a tad more, and then tuck you into bed there, my darling. Tuck you into bed. There you go. I've tucked you into bed. I didn't mean to say that. I've also put some lights up everywhere as well. I forgot to get rid of them when I was coming back in to put everything around. But I've put some nice lighting everywhere, including up on this level here as well. We've put some nice lighting up there too. And then I thought down here, adding in these spotlights would just be perfect. So we're going to add lots of these in by the front door. So it kind of like trails all the way up to the front door itself. Round about to there. And to there. And to here. And to there. And to here. Beautiful job. Stunning. And then we're going to do the same here as well, but not as many. I want these to be a bit more widely spaced. So let's get the grid on. There. One more here. Beautiful. Oh, was that a little bit too? Yeah, you need to come in one there, don't you, darling? There we are. Stunning. Then we can start again from here. And I'm just going to trail these all the way down. And there we go. Spotlights trailing all the way down there. Gorgeous. And this gives enough light out the front here as well for the evening area. I'm kind of for that. Very romantic glow. And I'm into it. And then we're going to be doing a big row of these. So I'm going to overlap them slightly as well, just so that we can cluster them together. Why am I sizing it down? Just so I can cluster them together as much as possible. And they should still work absolutely perfectly. I'm not going to be able to get greenery in here until we're actually in the live mode area. And you probably recognize I didn't create any Sims for this build either. I think I'm going to move in a couple of aliens because I reckon aliens might land by then and nestle down on our home planet and help us out with the state that this planet is in right now. So you'll see them floating around in the video tour, I would imagine. And that is how I'm going to keep that area. I just want to keep it free. I don't want anything up against this window because I just think it would make it look a little bit claustrophobic. or it just wouldn't look right. It's not for me, but I can just imagine when that's full of like these green plants that you can come out and pick fresh stuff for the kitchen, it's going to be gorgeous. So that's enough for there. And then up here, what we're doing, I'm going to do a little bar moment down here. I'm going to flop one into there, one into there, one into there. And then I'm going to add these bar stools, just so they've got an area to come up and sit and eat and look out over the terrace. I might even go down the route of making this a little bit bigger, you know. I didn't do this first off, but again, we're adapting, we're moving, we're changing, you know. So if I can do another 2 there, I think that would be perfect. I've just thought that's going to be really awful. Oh, never mind. What I'll do instead then is just do a row of 4 of them along here, and that should suffice beautifully. And then at least they've got an area to come, sit, look at this gorgeous view around them, and have a bit of food. I thought again doing a barbecue and stuff here as well. I just don't think a barbecue would look futuristic enough up here, so I decided not to. Now I'm going to put this tree strategically placed in front of this window here, just for a little bit of privacy, because this is going to be one of the ensuite bathrooms. And then I'm going to add in 2 little sun loungers, just either side here and here, like that. Just so they've got an area to come and lay up here in the sunshine as well. Oh, I'm into it. I'm very much into that indeed. And it looks very nice at night as well, because it kind of lights up with all of the floor level lighting. Yeah, I'm into it. And that is where we went with that. I also wanted to say something as well. I reckon in this time that roof tiles are going to be solar paneled anyway. So I'm just going to imagine that this is all a solar panel, all of this like rock that we've got up here. And that is how the house is powered as well. I mean, we've got that at the minute with some companies that I'm not going to name now because, you know, I don't need to say anything further. But yeah, that's where I'm going to go with that one. Lovely job. So I think where we're going to make a start, I think where we need to make a start, correcting myself, is in the living room area itself. So we're going to sink this down. I'm going to do that now before I pick the furniture. And I want a conversation pit in here. So let's get in a fence. And I think I'm just going to take it from there all the way along to around about there, because this gives a nice 2-tile way for that door there. And then I'm going to bring you around to there and whiffle you off to there as well, my love. So let's get you down, shall we? Let's get you to around about there. That is going to make the ceiling look horrific, but that is just The Sims in a nutshell, isn't it? And then just change the colour of that platform trim there. I think we can do this. It's almost making me want to go down one more. I think I want to do that too. Because I could put the TV still on this wall. I could wrap the sofas like around in this area with a big coffee table in the middle maybe. And I think we could utilise this for areas to put stuff up upon. Sculptures, plants. I think that's what I want to do. We're going to trial it anyway. So I'm going to find everything that we're going to be putting around here, and then we'll come in and do it together. So let's make a start on our clinical and minimalist interiors, shall we? First things first, let's get down a little modular sofa moment. And I'm going to use some in-game ones. I tried some of the custom content ones, but this one here just fits the mark a little bit better as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to do you to there, you to there. Yes. And then we're going to do you to there and you to there. In fact, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of you, and then I'm going to go in, and I think I'm going to get out the flat pieces instead. Flop one either side like that, just for a little bit of difference, you know? Let me have a look, actually. I don't know about this. Actually, maybe. And then we're going to get in the corner pieces, and I'm going to flop you into these points here. Our retinas are going to be burning because everything is going to be a stark white in this place. White greys with tiny little moments of wood here and there, like this and this. But it is going to be, think Kim Kardashians, but with a little bit more personality. I'm going to flop you into there. And then, yeah, just like that. I'm going to use the marble coffee table, and I'm going to flop you right onto the edge like that there. Stunning bit of work. Then I'm going to bring in these because I just didn't like the way that the platform was looking on the wall area. And I'm going to flop these here. And then we're going to move them down with the tool mod. And a minus 0.5 was perfect. There we go. Stunning. And then I'm going to overlap this new TV that we got with the Casanova kit. And I'm going to just let it flop out like this. I'm going to push you in a little bit more. Stop it. Because I still want those drawer handles to kind of poke through. And then it kind of looks like you can still open them. Maybe that's just all kind of built in. And then it also got rid of that like bit at the back and made the TV look just flush against the wall. And I was very much for that vibe. I really was. And then you're like, Aiden, how do they get down here? Well, my lovelies, we're going to be using some stairs. They are these technological advances that allows you to walk down from one level to another. Or in the opposite direction. I know, the future is here. I'm going to flop 3 wide one down like that. So you've got that moment coming in there. And then I'm just going to use this space to put up some books. Now, I don't reckon that kind of paper media is going to be a massive thing in 2100, but maybe these are vintage pieces from the year 2080. So I'm going to flop just a few down just to give us a little bit of a moment along there. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring you around to that side. Just have a little bit of difference in height there. Yeah, that's a bit better. And then what I'm going to do is use this one. Flop you to around about there. Let's get that in place like that. Perfect. And then I'm going to do another one and just flop it around this area here. Again, this is just giving a feeling of separation from the other rooms itself and still allowing it to kind of like feel open. But I like the way that that looks, you know? And I also fought against doing plants in here. I know it's nuts, but I just didn't want to get a plant in this room or in this particular area. I might do one in the dining room or over near the kitchen, but I liked the starkness of this. Very minimalist, but I am happy with how it looks. So that is our living area. Clinical as you like, loves. So I think where I'm going to start first is probably on the kitchen area itself. I'm feeling the kitchen kind of coming along on this wall. Maybe having some kind of island or counter space over the side of it. And then we'll do the dining room as well. So this whole area, I'm going to get all of the bits and stuff out for this area. And you know what we're going to do. And so here we are, my darlings, with the kitchen and the dining room. First off, we're using this Florence kitchen from Felixandra. And we're going to whiffle it all the way down to around about... I can't remember where I did it, actually. I can't remember where I was, to be honest. I don't think it was that close. I think it was a little bit more this way. I think we started around about there. Yes, I think so. Here's hoping, you know? Here is hoping today. And then I think I took it to around about there. Put in the fridge. Oh, actually, that might be a bit too long. Let me see the space. Yes, it is. It's too long. In fact, it must have been up there then. So we're going back up where we started. I'm going to do you to around about there. Round about there. And then you are going to come and sit right flush into that area there. We are 6,000 miles away. Let's not be, you know? Maybe if I move that to the end there. Oh, flush as you like, that is. Stunning. Dining room's going over there. And then we're going to do a little bit of an island moment. So, where's my oven gone? Oh, for goodness sake, did I get rid of it? I think I got rid of the oven. I'm very silly. I did 1 and a 2. And then we're going to go into there and get out the corner pieces. So 1 there. And then this one here. And then what we're going to do is copy these over. Flop 1 there. Oh, wrong way. That way. You there, you there. Stunning. And then go in and get these bits out. Don't know where they're going to go. You're going to go on that side. And you, my lovely, are going to come and sit on this side. I have a feeling this might be a bit too close as well. Yeah, I think it was. I think it needs to go over 1 more. Just over to the edge of the window. Like so. There we are. And then this light is going to go above it. And I have hidden some lights in here just to make it brighter and make the ceiling less awful. I mean, that looks fine now. So there are some lights in here that I've tool modded and made really small just to bring extra brightness to this room. That's it for the kitchen, apart from obviously the oven itself and a dishwasher directly opposite the sink area there. Beautiful. Some bar stools. 1, 2, 3, 4. Using some in-game ones because I just think they look very futuristic. And I think they're going to vibe well with this space. One plant just to fill up this space with a bit of greenery. And I'm going to flop that plant into this position next to this wooden wall. What position should I put you in? I can't bloody remember for the life of me. I think it was around that way, like this. And then I flopped it around about there. Yes. Not doing any cupboards or anything in this place either. They are not invited. What I am going to do, though, is just bring in a little bit of a mirror moment. A lighted mirror moment. Probably around that height, actually. Yes, just to reflect some light around. And then we're going to bring in this table. And I'm going to flop it around about there. And then get these living room chairs. And bring these on either side like this. Now that we've done that, let's get that grid off. And let's just have a little look. Yes, that's the space. I even trialed out a little desk and stuff down here. It just looked a little bit too crowded. It was taken away from the kind of minimalism we're going for. So I've decided on making one of the bedrooms upstairs into an office. That's what we're going to do instead. But this is the vibe. This is the vibe I want it to be. I still really like it. It is very stark, but I'm glad that we've stuck with some of the wooden elements. I think it's just helping out a little bit with that moment. Then what we're going to do is get upstairs and start on these bedrooms. So we're going to be doing this main bedroom here. We're going to be doing the bathroom. A teen bedroom is probably going to go in here. Office there. Bathroom. And then the other bedroom at the back as well. So stunning bit of work. I think we'll make a start on this bedroom here first. Okay, so here we go with the first bedroom, devoid of any kind of personality. These bedrooms are going to be very minimalist and very stark, very white, very grey, very, very futuristic, you know? Will we still be sleeping in beds in the year 2100? I'm going to say probably yes. But will they resemble what this here is? Maybe, maybe not. Why am I bringing a sink into here? I don't need the sink. I need some wall lights. I'm going to put a couple of wall lights next to each other like this. Beautiful job. One down there, one down there. So at least they've got some lighting for their bedroom moments, haven't they? And then I'm going to add in this chest of drawers onto that side there. And also this wardrobe. I'm going to flop just around about to there like that. The lighting just go a little bit off with these, but I can't do anything about that. That's the game. This weird bit of art that I'm going to put up on the wall there with the little slash marks in it. And then a mirror that I'm going to fit in between these doors here at that height. So at least they've got like a full length mirror that they can check themselves out in there as well. Stunning. And then an ensuite, very simply. A shower that I'm going to be flopping around about there. A toilet. I'm not doing any toilet roll. I would imagine toilets in the year 2100 are going to wash your bum for you. You know, we've got them already. Why can't we all be using them? You know, nothing quite like a lovely bidet, my loves. And a sink with a mirror on top of it like that. It's so uninteresting, but we're going with the vibe that we've got today. Yes, we are indeed. Okay, we're moving on. I also furnished the bathroom downstairs, and that's exactly how I'm going to be furnishing this bathroom here, plus a shower, I think. So I'm just going to do that off of camera. You know my thoughts on it. Gets a bit boring, doesn't it? What we are going to be moving on to, though, is the office area. So let's get in a very futuristic office. And an office coming right up as well, my love. So I'm going to use the headboard from Harry's Clean collection. I think it's Harry's Clean collection, yes. And I'm just going to use that as a basis where I can put the actual desk itself, complete with this fancy PC on top of it. I thought having it here would be really nice because the skylight is like directly above it. So you'd be able to look up and see the sky, see the clouds. So I just think that would be a nice thing. And I also like to say, I imagine these windows would have some kind of like wall mounted remote where you could press it and then the blinds kind of come inside, or even just frost out the glass completely and darken down the glass. We are in the year 2100 after all, you know? Now I thought also this place needs some storage, but I didn't want to do an open bookcase in here. So what I've decided to do is use a couple of kitchen cabinets to make it look, what's going on there? Why did that change into that all of a sudden? I don't want that one. I want this one. Thank you. Honestly, fish, slap it. I will. And I'm going to do a couple of these just next to each other like this, where I can imagine things are stored in there for the office, you know, bits and bobs, other pads or something like electronics, whatever. And then very simply, a nice desk chair right next to this area here. I might actually pull this in just a little bit. Where are we here? We're there. Like that, just so it flows around there a little bit better. Yeah, I'm happier with that. And then just to finish it off in here, a little desk lamp for the top here like this, and a little bit of greenery, just a punch of green, because it would grow marvelously in here, considering it's got a big skylight with all the light coming in. So I'm happy with that. Again, very clinical, not much personality at all, but that is the story of this house. Yes, it is. So the next room that we're going to do is the teen's bedroom. So I want to make this a little bit more fitting for a future teen. And here we go with the teen bedroom. Let's get a bed in first then, shall we? I'm going to do a little single bed in this room. I'm going to flop it over into this corner here. We're going to use this bedspread and just flop that just down to there. A little side table moment using some clear, I'm going to say this is glass, some clear bent glass. And then I'm going to do a little side light as well. So they've got a little reading light above their bed as well. Stunning. Little plant, just again to bring a pop of greenery into these rooms. I'm probably going to do that with the last bedroom as well, to be honest. Let's flop you into there. And then what I'm going to do is bring in a little bit of a desk moment into this room by use of this wonderful desk that comes from Harry and their Copenhagen collection. I think that's where it's from. Let me just see. Yes, it is. The apartment Copenhagen desk. I just think that looks nice, kind of like cantilevered over the wall, on the wall. I'm leaving. And then I'm going to put in a little modular wardrobe system as well. So I'm going to do you to there. I think I need to whiffle it along. I do. I don't know how much though. I think that's fine. Because then what? No, it's not fine. Or is it? No, it's not. It needs to go over one more. There we are. And then I'm going to flop this into this space here. In fact, that was up against the wall. So I am just going to move these and put these side by side this way. One there, one there, one there. And another one there like that. So that kind of acts as a nice kind of mirrored moment in the corner there. I love minimalist, but doing this kind of clinical minimalism, it's not for me. It makes me uncomfortable. It really does. So this is pushing me to my limits, shall we say. So finally, what we're going to do is the last bedroom itself. And it's definitely going to be as devoid of personality as the rest of them. I'm also going to finish off these two bathrooms off of camera as well. And I don't want to put anything in this hallway, but I do want to sort the lighting out because I'm not liking the lighting there. So that is indeed what I'm going to do as well. So let me grab all of those bits out and we'll put it together for the final part. And so here we go with the final bedroom, probably the most derelict one yet. We're using lots of words to describe clinical minimalism today, my loves. And derelict is another one. I'm going to go for a 4-poster in here because why the hell not, you know? White bedspread, of course. A couple of cheeky side tables down by either side, made out of the moon. They're going to be up on the moon and they're going to be getting resources from the moon. That's what I've decided today. And, oh, did I not grab that one? How dare you? A little light above each of them as well. One there. And one on the other side. Then we're going to do a little mirror along here as well. And by little, I mean big. So I'm going to do a nice big mirror around there at that point. And then rather bloody simply, we're going to do a couple of wardrobes down on this area here. right next to the pivoting door. And we're going to pop a bit of greenery in here by putting a little plant near that window over there. And that is the bedroom. I also furnished the ensuite bathroom that you can see here. So it's got a bath and everything in there. And I also furnished this bathroom over here as well. Very much the same style as what we did with the others. But that's it. There we go indeed. The year 2100, my loves. Let's go over to this angle here. The year 2100. And these are the townhouses that I have created. So I'm going to leave you now. You're going to go into a video tour and see this house in action with the couple of aliens that are going to be living here. I will be back with this very soon, and we're going to be doing the year 2200 with these same houses, but it's going to look a lot different to what it does now. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with some Let's Build the Worlds. Goodbye.